we're at a delicate stage now. 4 persons are in custody. We'll be preferring charges against 1 today, and the other 3, the investigation is ongoing around them to also prefer charges. One of the security guards is presently not with us yet. His lawyer contacted us and told us that he will take in his client, and we are imploring him to do so because the investigation is at a delicate stage and we'll want him to come into us. Presently, he's a person of interest and we want him to come into the police. Person connected to the pharmacy, separate from the security guards, have been questioned even today. As it relates to the concern, it's an investigation, so we're still conducting investigation. And I must say this though, that the persons from the pharmacy, they are very cooperative. When you have these issues where we suspect that anything is happening or we suspect persons, let us call the police and to have the police investigate and resolve the matter.
Say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This one is called, this is an update about an incident that occurred on or about the 28th of December 2023, a couple of days ago, just before the New Year's, where a man was ABDUCTED after him and his sister were out, his stepsister, were out running errands, and then they were in a place called Spanish Town, Tasmeda, Taspen to be specific. He said that he went into a store to buy some sorts of dye. However, when he went in the store to buy the dye, he almost DIED, because he was accused by the security in that said store, the pharmacy. They told him that he's a suspect in stealing something from the store. They searched him, which he obliged. He told them to run the tape. They did. There was no sorts of suspicion. But these people seems to were using some sorts of psychs. It is some sorts of intricate diabolical plan that they were planning for pretty much trick people, forget them, forgive them some sorts of ransom. Hold them hostage to get some sorts of ransom. His sister was outside watching everything in intricate details. However, she is not from Spanish Town. Based on what she heard about Spanish Town, she probably said to herself, well, if my stepbrother and my brother-in-law are going to lose him life, it no make no sense to two lose our life. So she did something smart. She called the po and told the po, listen, my family member is in some sort of danger, immediately emergency. The po set up some sorts of sting. They came on the scene, act as if they were going to bring the 100,000 that these people were required. The people at the pharmacy, instead of calling the po, if they thought that this man was stealing, instead them called some thugs from the area, Taspen. The people them hold him hostage, took him to some sort of bar. The person was supposed to come to the bar and pay that 100,000 for the release. Based on the interview that this man did with TVJ, he said that they had planned to take him away even after them get the 100,000. So people, I want you to follow me. He went into a business that was supposed to be a legitimate pharmacy. Them call it DRUGS store, pharmacy now in a Jamaica. Them hold him and claim say him a thief. Them take him away, brought him to a next location, about 12 men, 12 gangsters to be specific. Then when the person was supposed to come with the money, they were going to take KILL him anyway and take that 100,000. That person that was supposed to bring the 100,000 ransom may or more than likely was going to lose his or her life. However, it was the po and some sorts of sting operation. When the po got on the scene, they were confronted by some men. All sorts of SHOOT out ensued. After the smoke clear, at least 2 persons were taken into custody. One person who happened to be the person who was the owner of some sorts of bar in which the ransom money was supposed to be exchanged. He lost his life. 2 or 4 other persons are suspect. 2 of them were in custody. 2 of them is sought after by the, 4 persons in all were held by the Popo. So this is the DSP or SSP for the era explaining everything in intricate details as it went down. So pretty much him say the person that was in security is not attached to any sort of security team, whether Beryllium, Hawkeye, brings whomever. He was just there as a soul man working security. The people them that are the owner and the operators of that actual business, the pharmacy, they are cooperating with the Popo. It seems as if the security guard took it up on himself. He is probably from the era Taz Meadows or Taz Penn. So therefore, he might work with a criminal element. So therefore, whatever decision he made was independent of the store people. It kind of sounds fishy. It seems as if everybody knows something. Based on the information what the DSP or the SSP of the era is saying, the people from the pharmacy got their lawyer and they made arrangement. They did some sorts of question and answer session, and then they are cooperating with the Popo. However, the security that initiated the whole thing, he is a person of interest. He was on the run. However, he contacted them through his lawyer and they're making arrangement for him to turn in himself. So, just so everything is clear, the pharmacy itself is cooperating with the investigation. The DSP or SSP for the era said the investigation is far advanced. There were also 2 employees. Maybe they were acting independently with the security guard in the conspiracy to abduct people and then ask for some sorts of ransom. Now people, truth and the fact is that if you are familiar with the Spanish Town era, Taz Penn, Taz Meadows era, you would know that most of these businesses that you see, they are paying extortion. These people, either through fear, them have more faith in the gangsters in the era. So therefore, whenever anything happens, they call the gangsters instead of the Popo. You and I know that when you call the Popo, this emergency number does not get any sort of emergency response. However, Mr. Thomas, the SSP for the era, is letting us know that, listen, if you have any sorts of problem with any sorts of thieving, any sorts of squabble in your store, please call the police as soon as possible. However, people, like I said, when you call them, they are going to take forever and a day. These persons really don't have any sorts of choice but to pay extortion, so them figure at least if anything goes down, we can depend on the gangsters in the era who are supposed to be the persons who are serving and protecting. However, it seems as if there is some sorts of coordinated effort with the gangsters and these stores to come and pull up some sorts of scam or sham or innovative way of abducting people for ransom. People, me don't know if the pharmacy I work with these people or they are doing it independently. So hopefully the Popo gets to the bottom of this through their investigation. As soon as I get any more pertinent, updated information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called Believe Half of What You See on Social Media and half of what you hear. As a matter of fact, sometimes you cannot believe none at all. There's a whole bunch of liars, a whole bunch of people that it seems as if they do not have anything constructive to do with their life. So every day them get up, them create all sorts of rumor and propaganda. I am speaking about a picture that I saw on social media. In this picture it said, Dancehall reggae icon Cocoa Tea is DEAD. Passed away. However, I checked with my sources and I did not hear any such thing on any credible news media anywhere in Jamaica, whether TV, radio, social media. A couple of hours later, I heard or saw a picture that came out with Cocoa Tea himself saying that I am still not DEAD, meaning he is alive. I am still doing dub plate. So therefore he was promoting himself, promoting his dub plates. So I tell you that Duppy cannot do dub plate. This man is still alive according to the people that do PR for him. Now people, here's the thing. I don't know if this man is even sick. Much less with this man lose him life. But what I realized, like I told you before, in a Jamaica, it seems as if the people, the devil always finds work for idlers. So therefore, if you're not gainfully employed, it seems as if people get bored and them create all sorts of stuff that is off the chain, off the wall, that don't exist. None at all. So me just say, if you start sleep too hard, and then no area snore, especially if you're famous or anything is going good for you, they are going to create all sorts of stuff by your name. So even if you're sick, them will bring you down with them mouth talk. People like them say, believe half of what you hear and half of what you see on social media. Unless you hear it from any sorts of good source, you should not believe, or you should not put any sorts of confidence in it. So like I said, don't know why people, what type of enjoyment people gets out of this, but it seems as if it is now the society in which we live in. These people are crazy, them sick, them head no good, them pretty much the devil always finds work for idlers, like I said before, point blank and period.
Police in my run from. Police in my run from. Police in my run from.
No, kill him, no. Kill him, not kill him.
Move your blood.
Not kill him. Not kill him.
Further on in the news, it is called, what is Jamaica going to do with all of these hard-headed, lawless people that run the road, meaning taximan, minibusman, drivers in a Jamaica on a whole? In last year alone, about 400 and something people lose them life. The year before that, just about the same. It either goes a little up or a little down. There is never a year when the amount of people that lose their life is not disturbing. A lot of these people are repeat offenders, meaning that them have hundreds, tens, thousands of tickets. However, with this hustling, bribery society and these po-po in Jamaica, they are allowed to come back out and do the same thing over and over. The definition of insanity, like them call it. There's a video that is circulating over social media. It seems as if this one individual tried to outrun the po-po. However, he was in a vehicle and they were on a bike. You know that with this traffic in Jamaica, it is easy to maneuver in a traffic on a bike because pretty much you can ride in the middle or the median of the road. That was the case. When they caught him, it seems as if they were so ticked off, they were so pissed off, on top of the fact that he decided he wanted to resist arrest. People, that is the wrong thing that you're going to do with these people that are in their feelings. In this case, it is justified. People, this man got a royal BEAT down. I mean, they took out that extender button and you know that is fully metal. And when them get off, they get off. They were clotting him all over him head, him body, him knee, him ankle. Everywhere he was getting it flush. He deserved it. People, at the end of the day, like I've always said, if you can't hear, you should truly feel. And these people should feel the brunt of the law or even some proper clothing at the hands of the law. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it seems as if dancehall artist Popcorn cannot get a break from the law, meaning the JCF. We saw that he had an incident or some sorts of concert on Rolly Fest on or about the 22nd of December 2023. We saw that the po-po came on the stage and they said, listen, we gave you until 4 o'clock. It is now 5 a.m. that is. Everything have a shutdown. You don't have to go home, but you have to get the FUCK out of here. Meaning the people, the patrons, and even the promoters. However, we see that there was some sorts of arguments. All sorts of stuff are all over social media with him claiming that he paid until 6 a.m. However, that would turn out to be a lie. Now we see he went to some sorts of court, don't know if it is in Kingston, and he was actually charged. He got a couple of charges. The charges are as follows: breaches of the Noise Abatement Act, threats, using abusive and some sorts of language, using indecent language and disorderly conduct. Now people, I don't know if Popcorn is going to learn fast or learn slow. It is best if he learns fast. Whenever you fight the LAW, the system, you are never going to win. Especially when you are off the not so uptown community, UPT them call it, garrison product. You are not in the body club, and worse, you are a dancehall artist. So therefore, it is best if you try to fly stealth. Do not try to go against the system, especially if you are wrong, especially if you plan to conduct business in the future, meaning Unruly Fest 2024. You might be a hindrance to yourself. You might be putting your foot in your mouth. So therefore, tread very lightly. Whenever you have your hand in the lion mouth, be very careful how you take it out. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it seems as if the circus continues as it pertains to dancehall artists. We see that legendary dancehall artist Beenie Man Moses Davis either got engaged or is planning to get married or get married. That is a video that is being played on the screen as I speak. The lady in which he is getting married to is known as Camille Lee. Now people, I know that there was a man called Kali, and then Sandra Lee. They were some of the people you call hype men kind of before the Flipper Mafia era. Me don't know what this lady do for a living, if she's famous for being famous or one of those party people, one of those hype people. Now people, I don't want to sound like a hater. I don't want to put any sorts of prediction on anybody. Don't know this lady from Adams, better yet Eve. Don't know what she do, don't know her character. So I say this to say that whenever you as a dancehall artist hype and then pick up a hype wife, sometimes you need somebody to mellow you down. Sometimes you need a balance in life, and hype on top of hype, it is not a recipe for success. Usually it is a recipe for disaster. But people like them say, I could be wrong, only time will tell. Let me know what you think in the comment section if this might work, could work, or it is going to fail very, very soon. Point blank and period. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.